Hello everybody. Today, short video hopefully. I just want to speak about the United States of America, President Barack Obama, racial issues. We all know that racial issues did not end with him. If anything, they escalated under him to a large degree. You know, things have been building up until that point. You have Mitch McConnell, you have the Senate Republicans saying when they're in opposition, they were saying, oh, we're going to make sure he's a one-term president. You know, all these things were going on. At least he passed Obamacare. That's what the Republicans call it. The Affordable Care Act. That's what its name is and what it will be known as in many years to come, because no one is going to want to remember that this man put it there on the table when other people try to get something similar done. He's the person who got it done, even though it might have been a Republican-esque bill from a state. Anyways, the point is that this man has met opposition at every turn, and presidents will get opposition. But you have to ask yourself, was a lot of this opposition racially motivated? And I'm not saying, okay, you know what, we want to just play this card that we have, because you know people are always like, oh, you want to play the race card or whatever. Freak you, honestly. I'll play whatever card I feel like playing. Y'all play cards. Everybody plays cards. Everybody wants to get the better hand. We play the card that you could play, okay, when it's suitable, of course. Because if you play the wrong card at the wrong time, well, then it's a waste of time. But I wonder if when he comes out, when he demits office, well, when his term expires, not demits office really, but his term expires, if he will say, hey, guess what? Yeah, many of these things are racially motivated. Y'all don't know what went on behind the scenes, but geez, man, oh my gosh, things were so bad. And he just lays it on the table. Or if he will be like, well, you know, blah blah. I'm thinking the second one is more likely. He's more likely going to be like, or he might pick an in-between kind of thing, but he's a man who tends to hide up certain things or keep quiet on certain things for some reason. Well, we all know why. No one wants an angry black man, right? You don't want to be crime victim. You got to be fighting your own battles, things like this. But I think that black people in America would like to see him call out race, and that's one thing that has been racial issues. I think that's one thing that has really been lacking under his administration. No, I think the reason why he did not speak as much on racial inequality, not just the police killing black people, that's very important. Black lives do matter. But you know, the reason is simply that a black president speaking about racial issues is going to see that he's speaking to his people. And people are like, but you are the president of the United States of America. By people, I mean mainly white people, because I don't think the other minorities, who aren't really minorities, so the whole world is predominantly colored, you know? But whatever, are going to be, and white is a color, by the way. Anywho's, you know, I don't think those people are going to be like, oh, you're speaking about black people, because really and truly when you speak about black people's rights, you're speaking about everybody's rights, because if these people get the rights, everybody getting the rights, because in these countries it's still seen as dirt or less than dirt, right? In many ways, it might not be overt to a large extent, no, even though it is in sometimes, but you know what? It is very much systemic. And you know what? You don't need overt racism. You don't need overt oppression, period, or classism if it's systemic, because the system works and you just have to pretend like it isn't even a thing. So you know what? You have make sure that you have a gentrification. You make sure that your housing policies are in such a way that it prohibits people from certain classes to get in. You mix class and race together in discrimination, class and race discrimination. So you don't know if you're discriminating via class or race or whatever, but it's a law, and the law is written in a certain way that prohibits you from doing certain things, even though it still seems to be quite fair. Anyways, back on Barack Obama. So if there's one thing with his administration that you could think, what is it that you might almost want to use the word fail on, and as a black person might be like, do you really want to see failed on this or whatever? But racial issues escalated under you, but you didn't really speak about them as much as you could have. And you know, you could have been like, this one thing I will speak on, and damn it, whatever, especially in second term where you don't got to care about getting reelected. But it is what it is. The reason is, I told you, he doesn't want to be seen as an angry black man. He doesn't want to be seen as catering to a base that elected him, by the way, that really pushed him. But you know what? You get what you get. You get what you get. Because he did speak many progressive-like things, and progressives in America like that. But you can tell that he was still establishment-esque. But you can tell also that he wants to do certain things. But, you know, you're in a party that doesn't allow those things. So the next thing you have to ask is, what's going to happen with the other parties, the Green Party, the independents in America? How are they going to be able to step up to be able to get to the plate to be a president of the United States of America? You know, where is Bernie Sanders going to go next? Blah, blah, blah. If it is that racial issues escalated under Barack Obama, well, then you could think, hey, why did they do that? Why did racial issues escalate under Barack Obama? It's probably because he's black. Black president. Various people who don't like people who have any sort of color other than their color were pissed off and are pissed off, and they may not even show it. But you know what? They did what they had to do to make sure that people so Barack Obama have to show a birth certificate. Come on. And then the news outlets didn't even really put the real slant on that like they should. Yeah, it was a racist, racially motivated, you know, agenda. And I think President Barack Obama had a responsibility, not even as a black person, but yes, as a black person for sure. He had a responsibility as the president of the United States of America to address these racial issues out front, not just through the Department of Justice, which did some very good work in light of the Trayvon Martin story, other stories, I think. But he had a responsibility to come out there on the bully pulpit and say, you know what? These things are racially motivated. I'm the president of the United States of America. My presence here actually contributes to these, to the escalation of racially motivated acts of discrimination and violence and what's not, shooting up at churches and what's not. And you people put me here, and their lives are at risk, and the lives of all of us are at risk, because when one of us perishes, all perish. We could be at the brink of a civil war and we don't know it. We have an economic system oppressing us. We have a legal system now that's oppressing many people, regardless of color. And now we have certain segments of society, which are really the predominant segments. They're becoming the predominant segments of society. Latinos, people of African descent, people of all races and all ethnicities and creeds, but in a certain class, being oppressed. And when they come for one, they will come for all, whoever they are. And we need to stop it. And as President of the United States of America, it is my job to make you aware, and my job to enact policy, and my job to make sure that you are safe. And that's why I'm addressing it. And addressing these issues. And he could have done it in the softest voice possible, without seeming as angry as possible, and everything would have been quite fine, because apparently he can give the softest speech and it's still powerful, so people say. That's all he had to do. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye bye.